Welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Well, we're going to make a quick intro, but let's do this first. 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. It's a staggering number, and it's one we bring awareness to, or we're trying to bring awareness to. How do you do that, Scab? Well, all we can do, really, is just mention it in the videos and try to spread the word. Vets, we love you. You fought for us. Let us fight for you. Now, the next thing, we back the blue. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn laws. Pretty simple, you would think. We try our best. And finally, if you're an addict, never quit quitting. Hang in there. It will take one time. It will if you want it to. And I'm not saying that willpower gets it. Sometimes you got to get help, and that's not easy. Now, let's get into the video. This morning, we did a what's in your pocket, and what I was carrying was an SR1, and the Raj 3 and the SR1 were my two choices for today. So what I thought it'd be a good idea to do, I ran some very, very basic tests on the SR1. Now, Backyard Samurai posted a video on posted a link to a video on video yesterday for the Recon 1. And basically just through messaging back and forth, asked me if I accepted the challenge to put the triad lock up against some of the tests that the guy for Microtech did. The ironic thing in all of that is that's X-Ring. I believe I've shouted him out like half a dozen times, but I've called him, I think, every name but his name. But I told Backyard Samurai I'd gladly see how the triad lock hold up. Now, I'm going to have to watch the video a few times, see what he does, and then I'll replicate what I can with the cold steel. Now, I'm not setting it on fire, because here's the biggest difference between me and X-Ring. Microtech gives him those knives to test, and he does send them back, and those are his words. So, I buy mine, so I'm not lighting anything on fire. Y'all want to send me one, I'll burn that sumbitch to the ground. But everything else, got no problem trying her out, and we'll see how she does. But today was just some basic tests. We cut a tire again, did all that, and I'm enjoying kind of some new testing. So, without any further ado, before I go totally off the screen here, and let's get to the cutting. Enjoy. Well, I appreciate that, Scab. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, a little stabby stab. The SR1 getting it done. And some nice smooth cuts. Now, it does bear mentioning that I've had this thing for about 14 months, so I have reprofiled the blade. This is my edge on it. I just wanted to see what we could do with it. Now, apparently I can cut this bottle 700 times with it, and that's just kind of what we do. The thing is this knife is a workhorse. Everybody knows that Cold Steel has their line of huge XL folders, and I love them. Y'all know I do. But they've also got a line, the Recon 1, SR1, Bushmasters, a couple more, several more actually, that are just really, really tough work knives. Now, we did some batoning with it. It's really light batoning, but I also kind of hammered the knife into my cutting board there, both vertically and horizontally, and tried to do a little edge damage. This is CPM S35EN, very tough steel. It's pretty easy to sharpen though, pretty resilient. It seems to have held an edge for a while. I reprofiled it not long after getting it. Now, there we go, a little more baton in there, and I'm moving my hand again because I will just slam it into that cutting board 3 or 4 times. Not my strongest suit, but hey, what can you do? Let's see what kind of sharpness. Oh yeah, so that thing's sharp as a knife, as a razor. We're going to do some feather sticking here. It does a good job. I don't say a lot about this knife. I do carry it a lot. It was a birthday present from Megan, so I do carry it. Now, here's the deal, guys. A lot of times we'll carry knives, oh, the wife got me this or whatever. This is one of the most practical knives, pocket knives, I have. It is a big knife, yes, but for the work that I do and the amount of time that I use a knife, and a lot of times I don't always have to use one. I just enjoy using one. Like I said, I'll go strolling in the woods or something. This thing is a powerhouse. I do recommend it. Let me say that off the rip. Now, what I was saying earlier about the challenge on the testing, I'll either use this knife or the Recon 1, and I'll do a lot of the same tests, and just let's see how it holds up. Now, you see how that tip's a little rounded? That's what I was saying with the work sharp. I did round this tip a little bit before I got pretty proficient with it. Here I'm shaving a toothpick or something, there ain't no telling. And of course I'm holding it off camera, so you can just envision how razor sharp I'm making this stick. There we go, get rid of the scab. Now, here is some more of that mule tape. It's that old nylon tape. Well, it ain't even tape. It's like nylon rope, flat rope. They call it mule tape. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's nylon and it's tough. I think I made it a lot tougher right there. Somehow with that goofed up cut. Okay, here's a push cut that I honestly think I pushed the fibers together. It was the most bizarre thing. I had to cut it 5 times. And this knife is sharp as all get out. Now, I like cutting up these different materials because these are all ones that I do come across during the day and that you can kind of come across any given day. That's basically just nylon rope or whatever, ski rope, the poly rope. It cuts pretty easy when the knife's pretty sharp. Now, if your knife ain't sharp, it's going to give you fits. So, I put a 25-degree edge bevel on this knife. That's what I like my knives, my bigger knives to be. Even pocket knives. If it's a bigger pocket knife, I just like that 25-degree edge bevel. Here I am hammering the knife into the board. For what, I don't know. I guess we're testing the lock or something. Now, this isn't one of the tests right now because I got to watch that video. But I thought, let's beat on the knife a little bit, put a little abuse on it. And here I am hammering it into the board. Well, I'm showing you there. It's a good looking knife, ain't it? It's just a good old work knife. It's a knife that any guy that does work, or lady, got a work truck or whatever, throw it in your work truck, and it is an essential tool. Really enjoy using it. There we go. No play. Lock open pretty good. Now, these are just preliminary things now. I will do a full range of testing, but I was trying to get a little practice in here. Little flip, it's ready. Now we go to the Donnie B all-day drop test, one of my favorite tests in the world, the D-Bad drop test. And I'm going to do it several times. You don't get away with just once or twice with old scab. Drop back, the flick test, which the first time I did it, it ain't on camera, I flicked it right into the asphalt. There we go, another good solid throw. Let's quit while we're ahead there, scab. Looking around for something to cut. What can I find? Oh, yeah. Now, y'all notice that stuff just gliding off of there. This thing really is sharp, and that'll become evident in the last test we do with it. But for feather sticking, for just cutting, for whittling, for doing all that, it's a great knife, the SR1. Now, I want to try that SR1 light. I haven't yet. I've seen a couple reviews on it that look really good. But I can tell you this thing right here, the SR1, it is a hoss of a knife. It's a good looking, it's got a good aesthetic to it. Really good aesthetic to it. Now, here's the test. We're going to cut this tire. So first we're going to test the point. Not bad, not bad. Now, bear in mind, I'd already rolled the tip a little bit by the time I'd done this. And this thing just kind of cuts through it. Does it just glide through it like hot butter? No. But it cut it pretty good, man. That's one of them high performance tires. People just throw tires everywhere. It's the most ridiculous thing. I mean, I'm appreciative in a way, because I think this is one of the more important tests we do to really just show the durability of the edge and the knife. But they do it, so we do it. There you see the knife cutting through it. Well, guys, listen. I love y'all. God bless y'all. This is one of the workhorse line knives that I really would recommend. And y'all keep watch now. I'll have a challenge video coming out. Well, guys, I love you. I'm Scab. You're not, and I'm gone.